Free Britney. That is the movement that is quickly spreading across the world to help pop star Britney Spears take back control of her life. For nearly half of her decades-long career, the world-famous singer hasn't had full control of her life, and that's because her father, Jamie Spears, has had conservatorship over her finances. Now, in other words, he controls all of her money. This deal has been put in place ever since Britney's infamous breakdown 12 years ago, which resulted in a hospitalization and rehab. And of course, these images of her with a shaved head that really rocked her fan base and the world. But despite her mental health breakdown at the time, her career has never faltered. She made an official comeback in 2007, and ever since, she's continued to release albums, tour the world, and launch business ventures. So why isn't she competent enough to have control over her own finances? Well, we have celebrity journalist Pavlina Osta joining us from New York to break this all down. So first of all, Britney has been requesting to gain control of her finances over and over again. Tell us about the latest ruling on this matter.
Absolutely. So this is something that's been going on for 12 years, and her fan base, a lot of the public wasn't aware of it, or at least the severity of the situation, in the sense that, Britney has to get permission to leave her home. She has to get permission to use any kind of money because of the conservatorship that her dad holds over her, Jamie Spears. And basically what's going on with this is Britney is trying to break free of it. She's trying to get out of it. So she launched the hashtag Free Britney movement on social media. Of course, her fan base and her family has been supporting her, and they absolutely believe that she is not in need of the conservatorship anymore. And there's a court date on March 17th between Jamie and Britney on what will be happening next. But basically what's coming forward is to get Jamie to not have full right over the conservatorship. And anyone that doesn't know exactly what a conservatorship is, because I've had a lot of questions about that, is where a judge appoints a individual or an organization to basically care for an individual that's deemed, not able to take care of themselves or take care of themselves financially. So she's trying to get out from under his thumb in a way and really get control over her life again.
Now, when did this entire Free Britney movement come into play? I mean, why are fans so concerned about her well-being? Has she displayed signs that she's concerned about what's going on her social media platforms?
Yes. So like I said, the Free Britney movement started on social media. It started to all kind of come out, months ago, actually, and then it has just taken off. Her fans this has been going on over a year, honestly, with her fans protesting and, standing up for her. Recently in a video, they were commenting, wear yellow if you need help, or if you need us, kind of thing. And she wore yellow in that video. So there's been cries for help from her for quite some time. Her fans see it, her family knows it. So, it sounds like she's getting a really good support system around her to get herself out of this.
It's interesting, though, because what do her family and close friends say about the situation? It seems that several family members, including her siblings, have said that because of her mental health situation, the rest of the world doesn't really have the right to comment on this.
Yes. So, I mean, everyone has their ways with mental illness. They handle it in different ways, right? And I think that should be done in private. She is 39. She has 2 kids. I think she should be able to have more control over her life than she currently does. And her siblings and her mother has been, they've all been extremely supportive in getting her out of the conservatorship and, getting her more in control of her own finances and even the work that she does. Because with this conservatorship, they tell her when she can work, when she's not working. They're in all of her business dealings with that. So her family and her siblings have been extremely supportive of getting her out of it.
What does her story tell us about, how society works when it comes to, not only female performers, but also how we treat celebrities as a whole?
Well, the documentary that came out about her recently, Framing Britney Spears, is, they talk a lot about the treatment that celebrities get. Well, particularly Britney in this sense, but the treatment of the paparazzi. And I just think that society as a whole needs to be more understanding in what they're going through, the amount of pressure, the amount of stress that they're constantly under being in the public eye. It's very overwhelming, especially as a young performer. And Britney has been in the spotlight literally her entire life. So as someone that has been through this, dealing with it constantly, I think just giving them grace and really being there for them, understanding the problems and the mental illnesses that they may be going through themselves is extremely challenging. It's very, very difficult to go through. So I think, the most understanding and being there for them is very important. And I know they probably appreciate it.
Well, she was certainly very beloved. And then we saw how the media that loved her so much tore her down during that mental breakdown. But thank you, Pavlina, for joining us and breaking that down.